Hi there, this is Catherine Dubberly, the Answer Lady. Today I'd like to talk with you about using the racking cast-on. It's one of the less common cast-ons, but it's extremely useful for when we have very stretchy fabric, because this cast-on will allow the fabric to relax to its full width better than any other that I know. Here is a blouse made of a very stretchy double bed fabric. I'm expecting this pattern to be shown in News and Views magazine sometime in the future, so you may get to knit it. And I used the racking cast-on to make this pattern work. The cast-on is normally worked at the stitch size used for the main knitting, or very close to it, not at a very tight stitch size as we normally do. To begin the cast-on, set up all the needles, as you see I have done here, and rack with the handle down for pass-ups, but whatever machine you use, make sure that all the needles will pass when all are in use without hitting each other. This particular stitch requires that every other needle be in work on the back bed, and groups of 3 needles in and 1 needle out of work all the way across the front bed. With this sort of fabric, you make sure that the leftmost needle is on the front bed, that would be the river if you're using a Japanese machine, and the rightmost needle is on the back bed or main bed. The racking cast-on should be worked slowly so as not to yank the yarn around, and you should stop to make sure everything picked up a stitch, because you're working with loose stitches. If you have trouble consistently dropping stitches, you may need to tighten the stitch size a little, or you could also begin on waste yarn so that there can be a comb in place and weights in use to pull the stitches down somewhat. Once the setup is complete and before you actually knit it all, make a full turn racking to the right. Then knit across from right to left. Then make a full turn racking to the left, and knit across once more. At this point your cast-on is complete, and even though the needles are oddly arranged, each one has trapped a loop of yarn that can't get away. The racking cast-on makes many fabrics, such as Fisherman's, rib, and other double bed tuck fabrics, much more successful. It's fantastic for Afghans and baby blankets, as well as sometimes for clothing. This particular blouse is possible to make in large sizes, even though the sleeves are knitted on with increases because of the width that this kind of fabric can achieve. I hope you enjoy it. Look for me in News and Views and visit me on my website, and happy knitting. Bye now. Here's a quick postscript about the needle rule. The one I gave you is a passive rule. Front bed, leftmost needle, back bed, rightmost needle. I use this same method when I knit on Japanese machines most of the time. However, occasionally I find it works better the opposite way on a Japanese machine, and I have read some resources that suggest it should always be done the opposite way on a Japanese machine. There are reasons this might be so, because of the main bed being the back bed. So experiment a little bit. If my way doesn't work for you, maybe the other way will be better. Go ahead and use it.